the adoption fell through. So this pregnancy center coordinator, the mother was Catholic and wanted the baby to go to a Catholic home with no kids, okay? So this pregnancy center coordinator knew that my older brother was looking to adopt. And so she tracked my mother down, because my mother was involved in the abstinence movement, and told her the situation. So that night my mother calls, and we hadn't told anybody that we were having trouble having children. So my mother says, I'm calling about something, and if you're not interested, I don't want to butt in, but just pretend like I haven't called. So I said to her, I said, you're calling about a baby, aren't you? And she had not told me anything, but just something told me that she was talking about a baby. So she said, yeah. So a month and a half later, my daughter was born on my wife's birthday. Wow. Which is really great, because you never forget your daughter's birthday or your wife's birthday, because she's always doing something. So anyway, that was the first and first major thing. In other words, we weren't interested in the abortion movement because we thought what happened was, I am the fourth child. Okay, my mother had my oldest brother, then she lost the second child at 6 months. And so she took a certain drug, I don't remember what it was, for the rest of her pregnancies, and the 3 boys were unable to have children. Okay? So that's what they think caused it. But of course we didn't know this when we were getting involved in the things, the movement and all that. So back in 1985, now again, all my brothers and sisters, we all went to Catholic high schools. You know, we never went to public schools. Okay? In 1985, my mother decided, now here's a woman who's from the Trinidad, West Indies, never graduated, actually finished the exams, which were from England for high school, never went to college. And she decided to start an abstinence program in 1985. And she was also involved in the condom distribution started in the public schools in Chicago. Now we lived in the northern suburbs, which, just to be very honest, they were all white, okay? The inner city schools is where they were putting in all the condoms, right? So we had a picture of the Sun-Times, which was the paper back then, and it showed a picture of 5 black ministers and my mother. And it says, the pill goes to school. And my dad says, you know, we used to go down there, and I would just pray that we wouldn't get, you know, mugged. Once we got to the church, then it was like, you know, it was like a family reunion, you know, just hundreds and hundreds of black ministers and et cetera helping. But she was, in other words, here it is, she's going to the south side of Chicago. We lived on the north side. Our kids are in private schools. Why does she care about the public schools, what they're